guys, it's Jen from over at worldofjencraft.com, and this is our card for today. So I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite cards that I've made in a while. And maybe I said that about a card a few weeks ago, I don't know. But I was pretty darn tickled with the way this turned out, and I could not wait to show you. It has quite a few different products from different companies in here. So let's get started on it, and I will show you how I put it together. Memento Tuxedo Black is the ink I used for stamping my images, and aren't they just the cutest little pigs? I used the Knock on Wood Lawn Fawn paper pad, so I use this darkest brown right here. Avery Elle, this is called Party Pals, and I just thought this was so cute, these little bunnies, and each of these little banners, like they can actually hold them in their hands if you want them standing, and yeah, so I ended up hanging mine from the tree, but it's kind of cute. There's all sorts of different little things you could do with these. Of course, the coordinating dies, if I didn't say that already. And then this is my favorite things, and this is one of the recent dies that I got. This is the Spring Scene Builder, and I really love this. I have a feeling I'm going to end up getting a lot of use out of this. The Lawn Cuts, the outside in stitched scallop rectangles and the outside in stitched rectangles. My favorite thing since sliced bread right now. Copics, I will list them out, just a few, to create my little piggies and the word love. You know, don't look too closely at my coloring. It's not perfect yet. Not that I think it ever will be perfect, but I'm learning. So I went ahead and I already stamped out my image, and I stamped out two just in case I messed up on the first one. And I just used Thick Whisper White for that one. And then, let me get my little pieces across here. So I started off with a 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 for my card base. And then this, not DSP, I guess, I don't even know what it's called, the pattern paper? This is a 4 by 5 1/4. This Whisper White Scalloped piece is a 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then Pool Party is a 3 by 4 1/4. And then I did bring in, so you'll need a scrap of old olive is what I cut my grass from. And my little fences are crumb cake. My tree trunks are early espresso. So these are all Stampin' Up colors in case you don't recognize them. And Lemon Lime Twist for my treetops. And of course Whisper White for my clouds, and then some Real Red for the little hearts that I cut out. So let's just get straight to the coloring of the piggies. Now, my Copic collection is I'm still gathering for that, but I did decide to go ahead and try these two colors together. So this is E11 and RVO2, and I was kind of tickled with the way it turned out. The first two colors I tried, my pigs were really vibrant, bright pig, but vibrant pink, but I felt they were too much. So again, I'm still kind of learning with my coloring, but basically I just went ahead and just colored in my whole entire piggy with the with this first one, the E11. So I guess it's kind of hard to color and talk at the same time. So I'm just gonna color him all in, and I don't know if I'm doing this right or wrong, but at this point, as long as I get color down, that's okay with me. And so then I went ahead and just came back with this pink, and now I'm wondering, yep, I think that is the right color. So I just kind of came in here and just kind of colored along his backside, put a little bit in his ear and gave him some pink cheeks, and then came back over all of that and just blended it all together, which then makes my little piggy a little bit darker. And then I think I came back and gave him a little bit pinker cheek and just kind of brought that in again to give it a little bit darker. that's all I did. It's nothing too special or fancy. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same with my other pig, but I'll fast forward through it. Okay, so let me get the lids on here. And for their little hooves, I just used the E27. Just give them some little brown hooves. I'm not really sure what color they're technically supposed to be, but mine are going to be brown today. And then the love, I used R14 and R37. So basically, I just came and colored in each of the letters, and you know, I don't even know if these are actually supposed to go together, but I made them go together. Kind of just in the experimenting stage right now. But I'm one of those that, you know, I watch the videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, they used, you know, these specific colors for their pigs, so I feel like I have to use those specific colors for my pigs. And, you know, when you don't have them, then I have a harder time kind of seeing past that. So I've just been getting it out and kind of playing with it just to kind of see, you know, what happens. I guess I can't have all of the Copic colors at once, otherwise I would go broke and I wouldn't be able to buy any stamps to use them to color in. So so I'm just going to come back over this and just kind of blend up that, so there's not just that harsh line there. Although actually I don't think that harsh line looks too terrible. But the other thing I'm learning as I go is, you know, just trying to find that right amount of ink to put down, so it blends but it doesn't bleed. I know, I can't think of her name, Sandy Alnick or something. I've heard she has really good Copic lessons, so I would like to go over, and I really need to just sit down and watch some of her videos and see how she does it. And there's also a class that one of my friends was telling me about that I need to check out and maybe actually pay for, so I can get some instruction. Okay, so there's that. So I'm just going to take my little love die, and at this angle I might have to stand up. I know you guys can't see it, but I just want to make sure that I'm getting my little strings in where they need to be in this die. I think I'm going to just run this one through and then try to do my piggies next. Trying to see if I got this centered in my camera. Oh, wow. I don't know if I could do it that perfect again if I tried. Oh man, love it when that happens. All right, so get our little piggies. And as I mentioned in my haul video, I love piggies. So you may see quite a few of my new stuff using pig stamps and dies. You know what? I think I'm gonna let that one go. I'm gonna go ahead and cut both of these out and I will be back. Okay, so we have our little piggies cut out, and I just realized that I had a watch on. Normally I don't wear watches, but I started working at the airport again here in Omaha, and I'm really enjoying it. So my hours are 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. and as much as I dread waking up that early, I have to tell you I'm loving the schedule, because then I can just come home and have the rest of the day. Of course, I'm in bed by 8:30 at night to have to wake up early again, but I'm kind of liking it. I work at the ticket counter for an airline here, and I really enjoy what I do. And of course, even more so because I have a schedule where I can still come home and play. So let's get these fences on. So I'm just going to use some Tombow Mono adhesive. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it just on these little fence posts here because I'm going to want to tuck one of my little trees in. So this one is going to go just to the very edge of this piece of Pool Party. And then this one, I'm actually turning around and using what would be the back side as my front side. So I'm going to want to put my adhesive on what technically is supposed to be the front, but I kind of liked it that way because then my pieces came together in the center. So that's just going to go over here on this side, lining up my little center part here. Creating this scene was quite a bit of fun, I'm not gonna lie. It's something that like I said at the beginning of my video, I think, unless that was the first video that I did. I can't remember now. I've had a couple takes with this. But yeah, creating scenes used to kind of intimidate me, but there's so many cute dies out there that I am discovering that create scenes. So this was a lot of fun playing with. So I'm just gonna kind of tuck my tree trunk underneath of there. Then I'm going to do the same on this side, just tucking it in here. That's why I didn't want to put any adhesive on that part. So that's going to go there. And then let's go ahead and put some adhesive on our hearts. And I find I just don't need much of it at all, and it sticks just fine. And it's actually easier to put these hearts on before you pop the trees up. So ask me how I know. So there's that. And then I'm just going to use some good old Stampin' Dimensionals to put our little treetops on. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I usually put more than enough, so I could probably get away with one, but I like to put 2 on there just for stability. So that's just going to go right about here. Then I think I'm going to go ahead and put our little banner on because I want my other tree, I want it to kind of line up about the same. So I think I'm going to try and stick that temporarily here. Oops, maybe not. Oh, and I'm totally off. I'm not in the center. Is that bugging you guys? So, and I'm going to line this up. Yeah. So right there, and I'm just going to stick that down. And let's grab out these little clouds. I promise it's not going to take much longer. And I'm just going to throw one about here-ish, kind of peeking out. And put this one up here. Maybe up higher, like that. And then another small one. This one I'm going to kind of leave going off the edge on this side. So maybe like that. And then finally this last one, we're just going to kind of tuck partly behind this other tree and leave it laying off the side. So I kind of put it down a little bit because we're going to cut the rest off. So I don't know if that's about right. So maybe there. Make sure that's all stuck down. I feel like my fingers are getting all sticky now. So I'm just going to turn this and cut these off so they're even with that cardstock. There. And our grass. So grass is just going to go along the bottom. I had to look at my card to see what it was that I was missing. So this is obviously longer than what we need it to be. I'm just going to go ahead and put this down and line it up with the bottom. Make sure that that's stuck on and cut it off. And then let's go ahead and throw our little piggies on, and we are very close to being done with this. This was, you know, the most time-consuming part, building the scene, but I think it's well worth it. Now, I don't know if I could have done this if I had had to hand cut everything out. Those dies sure do make it easy to assemble once you have everything all cut out. So our piggies, I'm just going to have them facing each other kind of towards the center. So I'll put maybe my one little guy about right here. Let's see. Need to commit. And then this one there. So then that's just all going to get adhered onto our scallop. It's so cute. So try and get it all lined up so it's nice and even. All right, there's that, and then that is going to get adhered to the center of our pattern paper. And I suppose I probably could have gone with maybe that early espresso as my background, but I did kind of like the little variation just of that subtle wood grain background for this. Gave just a little bit of interest. And lastly, let's get that attached. And then finally what we are going to do is I did, even if I haven't responded to your comments yet, I have read them all. I'm just kind of trying to get, you know, responding to everybody's. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time, but I do read every single comment that comes through, and I took your suggestions. I did not have any rubbing alcohol, but I did have water, and I did go ahead and open this up and put water into it, and you guys saved me on this, because now I have more Wink of Stella. So thank you. I appreciate that. I do have one coming in the mail, but you brought life to my glitter, and that is just awesome. So just throw it on here, get our little piggies some shimmer, and we are done. So that's it. That is our card. Didn't it turn out just so stinking sweet? Oh, I cannot wait to play with my new favorite things that I have coming, or that I had come, and you know, that I did the haul on. Plus I have some more goodies coming in the mail this week, so lots of fun stuff heading my way and then heading your way. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. worldofjencraft.com. I will have dimensions as well as a photo of this that you can print out in a PDF form on my website. And if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe. and hit the bell if you want to be notified. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see I'm off camera trying to get the glue off my fingers. That's kind of gross. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.